Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are listening to me. Welcome to another episode of Wealth Building Conference. My name is Oludare Fashola. Tonight, we're going to be looking into disability and critical illness planning, how you can protect what really matter to you, right? So, I've, in my experience and, my experience in the business, I've seen a lot of families, all right? They fail not because they don't really want to plan, but because they don't understand the importance of disability and critical illness planning. Is one of the most important thing that you must focus as as individuals, as a business owner. Understand one thing, that you equal to your income, right? And the moment you can't work, there is no way you can actually pay your bills. There's no way you can pay your rent. There's no way you can pay your mortgage. So, but a lot of us, like, we fail to plan. We fail to protect what matters most. I've seen many people, right? They will tell me, look, I need to invest first before I actually protect my income, protect my life. But do you know that the reason why you are investing is because you are still working, you are still living, you are still healthy? What happened if you cannot do that again? So once again, you're welcome. As you are joining, please type in your name and where you are joining from. We're gonna, dive into the presentation right away, and I will, give you what exactly critical illness and disability planning is, how we as a business owner, how you as a business owner, as an immigrant, can protect what really matters to you. All right, let me quickly pull up my slide. All right. Protect the only thing that makes you money, right? I've said it earlier that you equal to your income. All right. Now, the reason why you are paying your mortgage, the reason why you are paying your phone bill, your car insurance, your bills generally, is because you are making money. But what if that income stops? Like, as maybe for some reasons you disable, or maybe critical illness happen, cancer, stroke, heart attack. What happens if you cannot make that money? So we're going to look into that today. Income protections and critical illness disability planning. This is one thing that you must actually focus on. What happens if you can't work tomorrow? And this is what I ask a lot of people when I jump into a call. Like, I will ask one simple question. What happens if for some reasons you go to work and you can't come back to that house tomorrow? How will your, people that are dependent on you survive? Right? And I used to say this, right? If you are people that are dependent on you financially, it is your responsibility to make sure that you plan for your life. Because anytime the breadwinner of a family pass disabled or critical ill, terminally ill, the bread eater starts struggling financially. Right? Now, your income is your greatest asset. Your income is your greatest asset. Yet, most people don't insure it. Imagine if your car break down, you replace it, right? If your phone break, you upgrade it. But if you break down, what's the plan? What is the plan if you break down today and you're unable to make money? What is the plan? The reality is no income, bill don't stop. Families still depend on you. And guess what? Rent, mortgage still due. If you understand this thing, right, that the reason why you are paying your bills, the reason why you are paying your car insurance, the reason why you are paying your mortgage is because you are still working, right? And the unfortunate thing in this part of the world is that once you stop working, your bill don't stop, right? Your phone bill will not stop. The mortgage will not stop, because the mortgage that you have, the money that they finance that mortgage belongs to some other people. So at the end of the month, those people that have the money, they're also gonna get their interest. So how will they pay them if you don't pay your mortgage? But if you have some form of critical illness, disability insurance in place, if anything happen, right, you will still continue to live your life. Of course, you can get treated for free, but what about the income that you're not going to get at that moment? You're going to feed yourself. You're still going to pay your bills. How would you survive? Right? This is one thing that I want everybody to understand in this part of the world. Investment is in layers, right? The first thing you need to do before you invest at all is to protect what is giving you that money. Because why you are investing is because you are making money. Like, if you cannot make money, what happened to you? What happened? So that is why it is very key, important for immigrants, business owners to protect what really matters to them. You are the business, right? You are the business. You are the engine. Protect the engine. No paid sick leave, employer protections, or union support. Now, if you are saying that, oh, I have maybe critical illness at work, maybe, or I have a life insurance at work, or I have disability income at work, how much is the income? How much is what you have at work? Have you really checked with your employer to know what exactly, how much did you really have? Because at the end of the day, right, if that anything happened to you, that job that you think you have, the moment you cannot do that job, they replace you immediately. And no employee want to hire liability. So it is your responsibility to make sure that if anything happened to you, even if I'm not able to go to work, I still have some form of critical illness or disability income in place that will protect me, and not the one your employee give you. So you need to have your own, right? Your income is equal to hour works or day close. So if, like I said earlier, you are equal to your income, right? The moment you don't work, your income stop. Guess what? Mortgage stop, rent stop, bill stops. Because if you don't make money, you cannot pay your bills, right? If you don't work, you don't earn. If you don't earn, everything collapses. That is very profound. Now, if you don't earn, you don't make money. And if you don't make money, everything collapses. Like, you cannot do anything, literally. So I just want you to know that, when we are telling people that, hey, you need to protect them, oh, no, I'm still going to think about it, or no, God forbid. Yes, God forbid, right? People that get sick, disabled, critical ill, they also go to church, they go to mosque, they pray. But it's just like that. It's just that's the nature of life, right? Life happens, things happen that you don't have control over. And this part of the world, people work so hard to the extent that they even forget to take care of themselves because the stress is too much, right? I remember, in the past couple of years in this country, when government of Canada just suddenly increased interest rate, and people that are on variable mortgage, they started paying crazy mortgage. A lot of people lose their house. A lot of houses were foreclosed. But if you have some form of, and in the course of doing that, in the course of, so I need to pay my mortgage, I need to pay my rent. Some people actually work, high blood pressure and all of that. They develop such, serious illness, and some of them heart attack, stroke, cancer. So guys, we need to understand one thing, that you need to protect what really matters to you. Guys, you have to understand one thing, that if I don't work, especially if you have people that are dependent on you financially, you need to make sure that you protect it. The biggest risk nobody talk about. Do you know that Canadian are about 7 times to be disabled and to die during their working years? Do you know that you are more like, the frequency at which you can be disabled is high than to die, right? If you pass, well, life, you pass. You don't know what's happening. But when you are alive and you are disabled or you are critically ill, that is when you know that this life is very tough. Like, you are not making money and you're in wheelchair, you cannot walk, especially if that person is permanently disabled or critically ill or terminally ill. Doctor diagnosis say, look, you have so years to live, and you don't work, you don't make money. It's very tough, right? Okay. And you know that 1 in 5 Canadians will experience disability during their working years. Do you know that these are scary figures, these are statistics. These are the things that is happening. So if you don't know, in case you probably might think, oh, maybe they are creating unnecessary fear. We are not creating unnecessary fear. We are telling you what is happening and what is going to happen, right? And these are the common cause of all of this. It could be cancer, could be stroke, could be heart attack, or mental health or burnout, right? Most disability are caused by illness, not accident. If you go to the home right now, if you go to retirement, if you go to the clinic, if you go to hospital, you see people on sick bed, you understand what I'm talking about. That the risk is there, the danger is there, but we can forestall, we can prevent all of this if you put up strong critical illness and disability income in place for yourself, right? Because why? At the end of the day, as I said earlier, if you are sick, disabled, critically ill, or terminally ill, your income will not stop. Yeah, like the bill will not stop, but your income will stop. So you need to take care of that. The critical illness, the silent financial killer. I met a pharmacist one day and I was presenting to him and he said, "No, I have enough money even if I sick." I just laughed. He said, "Well, I know you have money that you can use to take care of yourself. But do you know that one critical illness can wipe out your savings in just one single day? Do you know that? That if care is not taken, that savings that you think you have, right, will wipe out. If you just one single critical illness will wipe out every savings that you've been saving for many, many years. But smart people, what they do is to buy critical illness in case that happen. Like, is it difficult? Is it difficult for you to maybe buy 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 of critical illness, especially if you are business owners or even as an immigrant? Because anything can happen. I've seen a lot of people at old age, prostate cancer, just struck and they couldn't work again. They don't have money. So we just have to understand that we need to protect ourselves. Guys, if people are dependent on you financially and you don't have critical illness in place, you don't have disability insurance in place, you are extremely wicked. Because what you are saying is that I don't care if anything happened to me. I don't care if I'm unable to work tomorrow. You could lose everything, including your everything you've labored for years in this country. So 1 in 2 Canadians will have cancer at old age. So meaning that if you and somebody stand and talking, 1 out of you will have cancer. But who is that person? You don't know, right? It is not important for you to put a very strong critical illness in place for yourself. And did you know that every 5 minutes, someone in Canada have stroke? Do you know that? These are scary statistics. And I want you to know that what we are telling you today is for you to plan. We are showing you this figure for you to sit back and say, hey, I need to plan for my life. I need to put some form of critical illness, disability insurance in place for me to be able to, in case anything happened to me. It's very funny. People protect their phone, they protect their car, they protect their pet. But unfortunately, it is difficult for them to protect their own life, to protect the income, what matters to them, right? Because the reason why you are driving a car is because you are able to pay your car insurance. But unfortunately, a lot of people here that I know driving fancy car, but they fail to protect their life. They fail to have critical illness disability insurance in place. Time worth, treatment cost, travel and caregiving, loss of income, all these can be taken care of by disability insurance and critical illness. Let me ask you this question. Can your savings survive 6 to 12 months income if your income pause? Can your income survive? Just ask yourself that question. Answer it. See, if I want you to please, if you know anybody that is seriously disabled, like if you know anybody who is seriously in critical illness condition right now, ask the person, how does it feel to have a critical illness in this country and you don't have income coming in? Now, a friend of mine was telling me like late last year that, Fash, do you know so person? I said, I don't. Do you know that this person, I went to go and visit him, and right now, as I'm speaking, he has stroke? He said, I felt like I shed tears when I got to his house. It's so worse that this man is in serious pain, and unfortunately, he doesn't have any form of critical illness insurance in place. We are saying this just for you to understand that if you fail to plan, right? If you fail to plan, you are seriously planning to fail. Because why? If things happen, if your income stop, nobody, unfortunately in this country, everybody has bill to pay. I bill to pay. I need to take care of my family. So if you're thinking that, oh, if something happened, I can actually, reach out to social person to borrow me money or to give me money. They also have their own problem. They have their own challenges. So it is your responsibility to plan for your life, right? Disability insurance, this paycheck replacer, right? This is how it works, right? It actually replaces your income 60 to 8% of your thing, depending on the type of disability insurance you have. So if you want to learn more, I'm going to share my QR code. You can book a call, free consultation call with me. I'm going to walk you through on how you can protect what really, really matter to you. Okay, it will pay you monthly. All right, it covers illness, injuries, and burnout, and keep rent, food, schools, and bill paid. Right now, the hard thing is this: it is hard to qualify for government benefit because it's slow, often not enough to live on. If you are waiting for government benefit, you are deceiving yourself because it will not really, it cannot do so much for yourself, especially if you have people that are dependent on you financially. So you need to understand that, right? Why immigrants are most at risk. Last year, December, I read in the news that one African guy died in Montreal. Because of what? Because of stress of overwork. People are working, they work so hard and they forget to take care of themselves. And, unfortunately, when things happen, they just collapse. The guy just collapsed and he died. Working multiple jobs without rest. See, a lot of us in this country, what if you are pushing dollars? Have you ever seen anybody pushing money that make money? You don't pursue money. If you want to make money, you add value to your life, right? And you monetize that. If you are working 2 to 3 jobs, you are just putting yourself in a risk. You are putting yourself in a serious danger because if you're down, if critical illness struck, it's going to be funny. So protect yourself. Don't work multiple jobs. Job will not make you rich. Job will never make you rich. So you need to sit down, ask yourself, what skill do I have that can actually develop to make money? Right. Again, delaying insurance until later. I've met a lot of people, and when you present to them, say, look, I'm going to think about it, or I will come back and do it next month. Right. That's what some people will tell you. I will think about it, or I will delay it maybe till June, or maybe till end of the year. What if your insurability change tomorrow? What if you cannot even live to see that tomorrow or next month? The more you delay insurance, the more you make, the more you're going to pay. If you delay it, anytime you come back, if you if you are insurable, if you are not insurable, you pay more. So they don't delay. Stop delaying, right? After all, you don't delay your car insurance, you don't delay your phone insurance, you don't delay your pet insurance. Why must you delay your own life? Okay. Sending money home, carrying burden alone. A lot of people, like, I listen. My brother called me early this and said, Dari, please take care of yourself. I listened to somebody in UK, they buried the guy. And what the pastor was saying is that anytime they call him, he would say, it's the family. I need to send money home. I need to do this. I need to do that. And that was how the man killed himself, because of the family responsibility. So if you are an immigrant listening to me, and all your responsibility, all you focus on is that I need to send money home, I need to build house, I need to do this, I need to do that, and you fail to protect yourself here, you don't have critical illness in place, you don't have life insurance, you don't have disability insurance in place, and things happen, those people in Africa they will even tell you, say, look, you don't even take care of yourself. You are running up and down. You fail to take care of your health. So get sense. Take care of yourself. After all, you are the one making the money. When you collect your paycheck, pay yourself first. That is how to build wealth. Pay yourself first before you pay anything. Before you send money to Africa, pay yourself first. Make sure you have critical illness. Make sure you have life insurance in place. And the good thing is that we can bundle everything together for you. Life insurance, critical illness, disability insurance. We'll bundle everything for you. So you don't need to pay, in three. That's why some people probably say, oh, it's too expensive. Because why? Because you don't work with professional advisors that can help you to bundle everything together, that will give you in one combo. But the question I want to ask you is that if you fail to work tomorrow, can your income survive you for the next 6 months? This is a real life situation, right? I met a client, right? It's sometimes about 2 years ago. We just set up life insurance policy, add a critical illness rider, he has a disability insurance, and uh, a year down the line, he called me that say, sir, I've been diagnosed of cancer. Thankfully enough, he has a critical illness of about $50,000 that we actually process, to this client. And, see, imagine if this individual does not have a critical illness in place, what do you think will have happened to him? He couldn't work again. He could not do anything. How will he be able to pay rent? Right now, you now come and say, nah, and I now see the reason why you are doing what you are doing. And I said, yes, because at the time we are putting the plan in, he doesn't see, he does not even know the benefits of what he has. And I've seen other families, right, without critical illness, disability insurance in place. The moment he was diagnosed, that's everything collapsed completely. Okay, same illness, two different outcomes. So the question I want to ask you today, which outcome do you really want to belong to here? Do you want to plan for your life? Do you want to have something in place in case critical illness, disability happen? Don't take chance. It's your life. Sit down, plan, work with advisors that will give you good recommendations and put things in place for you. The cost of doing nothing is your home, your business, your credit, your family stability. Because the moment critical illness struck, okay, and you fail to pay your bills, it ruins your credit. You could lose your home. That's it. You could lose your business. I've seen business collapse because the key person could not run the business. I've seen medical professional, because of one single stroke, truncate everything. You couldn't practice anymore. You lose the clinic, you lose everything. So I see, it's not about making so much money. It's just about planning, right? You don't need to make so much money before you plan. The difference between people that are building wealth and the people that are not building wealth, it's not about how much money they make. It's because they plan. They have a roadmap. They know that if I'm unable to work, I have a critical illness in place, right? If something happens to me, life insurance is there, right? If I cannot work tomorrow, I have income that will continue to pay my bills. You don't lose everything because you got sick. You lose everything because you are unprotected. What smart immigrant and business owner do, right? This is the rule of building wealth. Number one, you protect your income first. That is the foundation of financial security. See, whatever you want to do in this world, if you don't protect your income, you are just deceiving yourself, because you are just one illness away from losing that income. See, it's just one sickness, one disability, you lose everything. Someone say, oh no, I want to invest. You want to go and invest. If you don't invest, if you want to invest, did you even protect the foundation where the money is coming from? Did you even protect it? Again, add critical illness coverage, right? So once you protect, right, you need to add a critical illness rider. That will pay you a lump sum protection for major health event, critical illness like cancer, stroke, heart attack. It covers about 25 different conditions. So if you want to learn, like I said, I'm going to share my QR code. Book a call with me. I'll walk you through on how you can protect what really matters to you. All right. Customized disability protection. So this is monthly income replacement. Like, after you have the critical illness, you also need to have some form of disability income that will continue to pay you as long as you live. And again, please plan before crisis hit. Act now, not later. Don't delay, right? This is your moment. Ask yourself this question. If I can't work tomorrow, what happens next, right? Now, who cover my bills and protect my family? Again, don't guess, don't assume, Don't delay. Take action now. You are the asset. Protect yourself like your future depends on you, because it does. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I really want to appreciate everyone who took time to join. If you have any question in the comment section, please let me know. Any question? All right. So it's really nice to have you on the call tonight. I really want to thank everyone that's joined. Next week, we're going to have another episode of Wealth Building Conference. It's just, I'm super excited to educate more Canadians, especially we immigrants, because we take chances a lot. So many people delay critical illness, life insurance, because they feel it's unnecessary expenses. Life insurance is not it's an asset, honestly speaking, because it's going to pay, especially when you have an insurance that will pay you while you are alive. Even if it's not going to pay you while you have dependent, that if anything happens to you, at least you can have something that was going to cover them. So thank you so much for joining once again. See you next week. I still remain myself, Oludare Fashola. Bye for now.